zeal can sometimes make us misguided. And this is because we become so obsessed with what we do, and we end up with a tunnel vision in looking at life. Certainly we need people who are zealous in certain aspects of life. We need people who are zealous for social justice, people who are zealous to make sure that the liturgical laws are kept, zealous that people speak out on sexual morality. But my dear brothers and sisters, life is more than all these, because there are some of us who are so particular about liturgical laws. Everything is just around liturgical law. Or there are some of us who are concerned about serving the poor, fighting for social justice. Everything is seen from that perspective. And this is true for some people. They are so concerned about evil spirits. They think the whole life and the whole Christian faith is nothing else but to deliver people from evil spirits. This is not to say, my dear brothers and sisters, that these are not unimportant issues. They have. But everything must be taken in perspective so that we do not become overly zealous just on one thing and forget the greater dimension of life. There are some of us who are fighting, for social justice, and they become even more unjust in the way they champion the poor and the oppressed, even going to the extent of taking up arms, causing violence in the name of freedom, democracy, social justice. We need to be careful that we don't go overboard. We cannot judge the individual's motive and intention. We should try to journey with people who are in irregular marriages, those who are divorced and remarried. And there are people who are in same-sex companionship. They are trying their best to live a chaste life. And those who have been divorced and remarried, sometimes their marriages are doing well. They have made a mistake before. This is not to deny the fact that the laws should not be upheld. It should. The laws are objective. The laws do not take into particular situations. They are objective laws. But these objective laws will still hold, especially when it comes to the church's stand. That's why when the world wants the church to endorse same-sex union, abortion, people who are divorced and remarried and continue to receive communion, the church cannot do it. Because objectively, it is against the gospel. It contradicts the gospel. And so, the church has to maintain a clear public stand that this is not acceptable Christian way of life. This is not what the Lord intends for us. The church cannot endorse what the Lord does not permit. But the church is also compassionate. The church knows that there are some who are really sincere. They are struggling. Then we must be compassionate. We must help them. We cannot just cut them off. We must reach out to them. And hopefully with the grace of God will guide them into making the right decision, giving them the grace to live the gospel life. So now, my dear brothers and sisters, let us keep this balance between zeal and complacency. Because if we are too complacent, then after some time, and I say precisely this is what the world wants us, after some time, what is wrong, what is irregular, what is not permitted according to the gospel becomes a norm of life, because we see everybody is doing it. In those days, for example, adultery, cohabitation, many people are frowned on such relationship but because it is now normalized. It is a way of life. But that does not mean to say it is the gospel life.